I see you everyone sitting relaxed, enjoying these TED Talks here. And no one seems to be afraid that the ceiling may fall on our heads. How are you so sure? Do you know the architect? Do you know the materials they used? You seem very trustful. In fact, we are all very trustful every day of our lives. From the taxi driver that will come and pick us up in the right time, to the red light where the cars will stop and we can cross the street, to the groceries at the supermarket that are healthy and fresh, to the doctor that will do the operation to us. Trust is the basis of our society, is the fabric that keeps our society together and makes us different from the other species, makes what we see around us possible. 2001, September 11. The Twin Towers in New York are hit. 3 more destinations hit, 1 missed. Death, destruction, emotions. There was 1 more victim that day. Trust. Just to upgrade security in the US airports costs every year $7.3 billion that we are all paying since 2002 to today and will continue to pay. That is the cost of distrust. So what is this thing, trust, that we are so precious and we talk about? It's possibly a social concept that has the most definitions. I like Rachel Bochman's definition that says that trust is a leap of faith. A leap of faith that we believe that someone will do what is expected, will do it in a good way, will do it without supervision, without management, and in benevolence. Rachel Bochman has really done a lot of research, and as an Oxford Fellow has devoted her time in trust. My definition of trust is it has to do with the outcome, not the process. I believe trust is smiling at a person you don't know in the street. The possibility of a better life. Trust is sunshine. This precious commodity as a society, we manage it. We adjust it, we change it, we move it, so we have it and use it and keep our quality of life. One such trust mechanism is money. Money started in Mesopotamia. The first real currency was wheat. People would trade with wheat. It went to silver, gold, coins, the digital currency we have now, and also the cryptocurrency, right? Which is kind of under debate. This is a way we're re-engineering trust in the money sphere. I have a store in Athens, close to Parthenon, that we don't rent as a family. For family reasons, we don't rent it. It's been closed for over 2 years. But I pay the electricity bill every month, which is just the municipality taxes and there's no consumption. For 2 years, I didn't get a bill. I said, what's happening? I called a couple of times. They said, we're updating our IT system. You're going to get once it's over. So I get a bill 2 months later. It's the standardized municipality taxes plus $2,000 of euros. I call up. I say, this is funny. What are you doing? What's happening? They say, we'll look it up. After a few phone calls, they said, there is no measurement of consumption, so we assume a store like that would consume that much electricity, so we charge you for that until there is a measurement. So what I need to do, he says, call the measurement company, have them measure it, they directly contact us. I did that. They did the measurement. I also cut the electricity. 9 months later, I was still getting $1,000 bills. My lawyer got involved. Eventually went through a court process of communication because they wouldn't respond to emails, even my lawyers. And it was finished. It cost me an extra 500 euros. This trust pollution, this distrust emissions from companies need to be managed, need to be changed, because they destroy the fabric of our society. It is not that we don't trust each other. It's just that our trust mechanisms are not commensurate with the changes that are happening due to technology evolution. Our trust mechanism has to do, regardless of whether they are legislative or they're institutional or person-to-person, at the bottom of the line, it has to do with the human interaction at the end. The institution will be represented by a human. Technology today is taking the human interaction out of the trust process, and that's where the weakness is. It's late at night. You're walking down the street, you're thirsty. You look around, you see a vending machine. Say, go, throw your coin in, push the button, orange juice. Nothing comes out. Push the button, orange juice. Nothing comes out. You push the button up to get your coin, go home. Coin doesn't come out. What do? Maybe you kick it and go home, or you just go home. Repeat. Same place, same time. You walk, you see a light. You approach, it's a convenience store. You walk in. You put the coin on the desk. You say, I want an orange juice. The cashier takes the coin and looks at you. You say, I want an orange juice. He looks at you. You say, apparently, you don't have orange juice. Give me the coin and I'll go. What do? It is unthinkable, right? You're laughing. You can't even think this can happen. So that is how things have changed. It's okay there, it's not okay there. So we have a situation where technology makes a lot of companies to go totally online. They are faceless in the sense there is no person that's really accountable and reachable. There is no location where I can go and find them and knock on their door and they'll open. In the example I gave you before, my experience, I asked specifically, give me a supervisor to talk to. He says, no, we'll forward it to the right person. So there must be a person accessible. There must be obligation that they will answer within a certain period with a solution or a proof there is no solution. There needs to be a restructuring of things. I do an experiment, I do my classes, the pricing class specifically. We both, a student and I, we both log into a site to download an online book. And we get different prices. Because I'm a member in that site and he's not. So they think I can pay more. They know I can pay more. And you try to book a flight. You get to the point and then you have to see 7 ads to rent a car, to have more luggage, to go this, to do that. And then they allow you to book the flight. And you know something? They want you also to tell them if you're going to buy or not. You have to click yes or no. Imagine watching television, and the movie stops, and then starts one ad. It says, well, you have to answer us, yes or no, because we're not going to let you see the movie. For 7 times in a row. All right. This is this intrusion, this unaccountability, this non-location, the faceless company as it is called, needs to be rearranged through legislation and through a different approach. Same, though, happens at the individual level. At the individual level, there's a lot of toxicity. It cannot be that a doctor gives an interview on television, on a discussion on a pandemic situation. He refers to research, suggests some solutions, and gets death threats. We know where your children are. Can you imagine in a TED Talk, someone walks in with a thing on his face, nameless, and says to the speaker, I don't like what you talk, what you say, and what you spread. I'm going to kill you because I know where you live. That couldn't happen. It's unthinkable, right? So there is this issue with individual toxicity that has to do primarily with no accountability. And we need to address that issue of accountability. I want to raise the issue of trust pollution. I want to raise the issue of the need to re-engineer trust. But I also am optimistic, I have to say. I mean, this discussion, cryptocurrency is a discussion that we're willing to do as a society to improve things. Fact-checking is picking up. Some companies need to realize that they need to integrate their philosophy and values, the trust component. And as Bochman says, I will take the leap of faith for the possibility of a better future, for the sunshine. I hope you do too. Thank you.